All right. Hi, and welcome again. So now we're kicking things off. So I'm just going to share my screen so that we have our slide deck. All right. So hi, everyone, and welcome to the Life Sciences Talent Accelerators Experience Life Sciences information session. My name again is Adnan Syed. I'm here from Toronto Metropolitan University, where this platform is hosted. So please, just for the interest of the session, while we're doing the presentation, kindly keep yourselves on mute and your videos turned off. If you have any questions as we do the presentation, feel free to put them in Google in the chat for Zoom, if you're in the Zoom, or if you're from one of the live streaming platforms, you can put it in the comments and we'll read it there. All right. So to start, I'd like to do a land acknowledgement. So I'm here located in Toronto or Toronto, which is in the Dish with One Spoon territory. The Dish with One Spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, and the Haudenosaunee that bound them to share the territory and protect the land. Subsequent Indigenous nations and peoples, Europeans, and all newcomers like us have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect, and hope we carry ourselves in this way on this land of the Indigenous peoples. So let's get right into it. You're here for this information session for the Life Sciences Talent Accelerator. So what are we? So we're essentially a program. Do excuse me, I do have a cough, so you might hear that a few times today. So we're a program that's been developed to make you, quote unquote, industry ready for the life sciences industry here in Canada. Now, what does that mean? So I imagine many of you, and it'd be actually great for me to find out, if you've done a degree program or your last education, if you don't mind putting it in the chat, what program you've done and what or institution you've done it from, so I can see it. You can send it to me privately or in the public side of the chat. So what we do in post-secondary institutions is teach you about different disciplines. So we make you what I call disciplinary experts. So be it in microbiology or chemistry or even engineering, like in mechanical engineering, that's a disciplinary expertise we give you in the discipline of engineering and then in a subdiscipline of mechanical under that. However, once you are done with your education, once you're done with the education, when you look for a career, the way the economy is set up is as an industry or as different industries. So one of those industries is called life sciences. I mean, it has sciences in it, which is a discipline, but it's actually a term that's used by the industry itself. They're known as the life sciences industry. And that's and each industry has its own, structure and how it operates. And essentially an industry consists of kind of similar products or services. So for the life sciences space, I would describe it as, it's either biotech products or biological products or chemical products for the healthcare system is the industry we encapsulate in this for this program. So if you're interested in working for a business that creates these products, like a biological product or a biochemical product or a chemical, like a pharmaceutical, then this is the program for you to consider in trying to understand how this industry works, which is biotech and pharma as the subsectors of the life sciences industry. So that's what we are. So our goal is, we want to give you enough insights through our program, through our training, so that you comprehend the industry better, and then you can also navigate it better for your careers to actually move into it and be successful in the life sciences industry in Canada. Now, what is our program structure? So really, we're a training program. We're a self-paced training program. So we give you access to our learning management system with the badges we are showing to you on screen. It's about 19 expert-led lectures. It's about 20 plus hours worth of content. We've also done a walkthrough of 3 biomanufacturing or pharmaceutical manufacturing companies here in the Greater Toronto area, namely Apotex, Microbix, and Eurofin Pharma, who were kind enough to support the program and open their doors and show their facilities to us, and we were able to capture that, and we showcased that to you in the learning management system as well. And really the idea of these badges of Life Sciences 101, Life Sciences Business, Quality Management and Reg Affairs, and AI and Cybersecurity and others. The purpose of these badges is for you to hear directly from industry that we were able to attract to generate the training content of the program, and you learn from them about what this industry is about in these different areas. So with that, what I want to do is take a moment. I'm going to have to reshare my screen because I forgot to connect the audio to it. But I'll reshare my screen and I'll show you our video just to show you, what is the content you could be looking for, or you could be seeing through accessing our training platform. All right, so give me 1 second again. Share sound. All right. So let me know if you can't hear it.
Miracles are just about an idea. They try and figure out, how can we do something? How can we block a molecule? How can we modify or treat a disease?
Cutthroat competition, rising production costs, and dearth of trained force are few factors that affect the viability of a company in long run.
The most important benefits from working in industry is making a difference.
The world of pharma companies, it's a highly regulated field. How can you prove that you send it for internal review, and did you make the changes what they recommended?
Talking about good manufacturing practice and other regulations.
It's a good idea that comes out against all odds. Potentially tens of thousands of people involved with respect to getting a great idea to the patient.
What I think is most energizing about careers in pharma is just the ability to make an impact with patients all across the world.
According to Bill McKenzie, the most important is a sales representative. Seriously? I hear some of you saying.
I think we can all agree that the role of a sales rep is evolving. It's certainly also within pharmaceutical sales.
This is where the product manager is going to come into play, and it's going to be up to them to figure out what is our differentiating factor as a drug, and how do we really use that.
Artificial intelligence can be applied right along the entire value chain of the life sciences, all the way through assistance in post-market surveillance. And most importantly, what considerations need to be made to ensure that we are designing responsible, ethical artificial intelligence systems within the life sciences industry.
The rationale why the life science company would interact with government and life science industry is highly regulated. So there's many items that you will have to deal if you're working in that field to collaborate and interact with government.
Quality control are a summary of management control aspects that ensure authenticity or integrity of data generated by quality control.
All of these activities within the pharmaceutical industry have standards that we are expected to uphold, because this leads to quality management, quality products, and quality development.
Diversity comprises all of these identities together in order for us to really enable environments that thrive for innovation. You are the future of STEM, so it's on you to really enact and deliver on this inclusion.
There is so much to learn in the pharma industry. Being able to absorb what is special about this industry and being interested in building a career into it would be the first success you would have?
I'm president of Janus Life Sciences.
Vice president.
Leader, colleague.
More than 25 years of
But
experience.
before all of that, I started off as a life sciences graduate.
It took me a long time to figure out all the different jobs that are available. I didn't even know some roles existed. It took me many years to find my path. So figure out where you want to go and make a plan to get there. And, you know, a huge amount of opportunity there.
It's all about what's your route in life, but I'm really happy that my route has been through the pharmaceutical industry to better patient outcomes for some sick people out there.
All right. So I hope that good understanding of how what the training is about and where, and sorry, give me one second. Okay. So I hope that gives you a good understanding of what the training is about and what we're here to show you and give you access to by entering our program. Now I'm going to get into a bit more details around, you know, how does the program work? How do you apply and things like that. So here we go. So again, giving you an understanding here of the badges that we've issued. These are more details about, you know, who are the individuals that we actually got support from in actually generating the content that we provide to you, and it shows you some subcategories of the training that we have given you access to, and we would be looking to give you access to. Now, one other thing that we've done now is we've actually developed our training as a product in LinkedIn. So once you complete the training, you can actually go into LinkedIn, go on our Life Sciences Talent Accelerator page. You can go into products and you can actually add it as a skill that you've actually completed our Life Sciences Industry Readiness Training. So I just wanted to highlight that to you, and it layers out, you know, what the skills are and things like that there as well. So let's get into, you know, what is it that you need to be to actually be eligible for our program. Now, in order to be eligible for a program, you need to be a current student searching for internship opportunities, or you need to be a new or soon-to-be graduate from bachelor's or master's or PhD, or even a college diploma or postgraduate certificate, what have you, and you're actually looking to graduate and look for full-time opportunities. You can also be in the life sciences industry now here in Canada, and you're looking for growth opportunities. You're eligible, and you could right now be you could right now be an employee in another industry, and you're looking to transition into the life sciences industry. So these are the kind of 4 categories of talent we intake and provide our training to. We're really looking for talent that are looking to, you know, make a move in the industry itself. Now, in terms of our applications, we are open for application right now for this new cohort. Here, our deadline for you to apply to us is January 8th, 2024. As soon as you apply to us and we make sure you're eligible based on the 4 categories I just showed you, we will give you access to our training, which is 4 months. And if we give you access for 4 months to actually do this on a self-paced basis between that 4-month period. And while you're doing the training, what we are also doing is on the back end, we put you in in what we call our talent bank, and then we market our talent bank to employers across Canada so that they can consider you to interview you and to consider hiring you for any position they may have. And there's no so in terms of, you know, being very transparent here, the training through us is guaranteed. You'll get this. In terms of any employment opportunities, you know, this is completely based on the partners we attract and their ability to interview and hire. So this is totally completely dependent on the partners and how they request and who they request to interview and hire. So there's zero guarantees we can give here other than the guarantee that we are facilitating an interaction with employers where they can get access to your profiles and review them. for any opportunities they have. So we can guarantee that piece, but in terms of receiving interviews or receiving job opportunities through us, that's completely dependent on our employer partners. And we work hard to try and attract them to make those interviews and offers happen through us. Okay, so how do you, excuse me, how do you prepare your application? So here, there's 4 items that I'm going to kind of go through with you. And this is, primarily, I'd say, items 1, 2, and 3 are primarily for the talent bank that we maintain to give to our employers. That's why we're asking you to do 1, 2, and 3. Item number 4 is for us to verify your eligibility, and it does not get shared with any employers, which is your transcript or your proof of education. So I'll start at the top with your resume. So please, we ask you to submit a resume to us when you apply to us. This needs to be a well-polished and reviewed and professional resume that you give to us. Please, I say CV up there, but we don't want a CV. We actually want a resume, maximum 2 pages, that covers your relevant experience and relevant education for the life sciences industry. There are organizations out there, if you've been in a post-secondary institution in Canada, there's usually a time, if you're a new grad, you have at least probably 1 to 3 years where they'll actually still support you in reviewing your resumes and stuff. So definitely reach out there as a resource. If you're new to Canada, there are some employment service agencies that provide services where they help you fix your resume and things like that as well. So please, I encourage you to get your resumes looked at before you submit that to us. We do go through 1 round of review for your resume. So you can definitely you will get some feedback from us there. And especially, for the item number A that I'm going to talk about next. So one thing unique in our program, which is rare that anybody will ask you to do this, but on your resume, we don't want you to put in your full name. We actually want you to put your initials. And then we also don't want you to put your home address, email, or phone number on your resume. And the reason for this is based on privacy and confidentiality laws. We are not allowed to circulate a resume of yours with all that information in there to companies. So we remove personal contact information, and then we share the resumes quite widely with employers. So for that reason, we need you to remove such identifiable information. Employers have a system set up in our platform through which they can immediately, like within seconds, request an interview from you if they like your resume and what they see in it. So what I mean to say is that you won't miss any opportunities because you remove all this. We have a system set up where you immediately get interview requests if an employer is interested in your profile. The only thing we want you to put in there for your contact information is your city and province. Okay, and then the second piece I want to identify that employers have told us about is the fact that, what they look for in new talent is some level of project management knowledge and experience. So I strongly encourage you to think about, there are some probably courses out there like Coursera and others where you could do like a quick project management orientation type course, or find a place where you can read up more on project management and what that means and how that works and how do you run projects from start to finish. And I encourage you also is in your resume, frame your, especially if you've done like a master's or PhD or a thesis in your undergrad program or a diploma, frame it as a project that you've actually started and finished and accomplished successfully. So use project management type language in your resume as well. And then, as I said, please no CVs, nothing longer than 2 pages, ideally 1 page if you're a new talent, so that it's easy for employers to look through if they're considering you for any opportunities. So now the second item, this is a unique item. Instead of, because we're putting you in this talent bank that we're marketing to employers, we need you to write a pitch for why you're interested in the life sciences industry, and really highlight yourself there. So when the employer will review your profile, they will actually see this pitch up front as to, what, and they'll get to see this as like a writing sample from you about, you making a strong case for considering you for employment in their business or in the industry. So it's 650 characters. I encourage you here to write this as a first draft and then edit it maybe a day later. So please don't do this application last minute. So go through an editing process of writing this pitch to finalize it in a good copy that you submit to us in our form. And then the third item, what we're looking for from you is a 1-minute video. And this is meant to be a simple recording. There's some incredible editing tools out there, attached to TikTok and Instagram and others. I don't want you to use any of that. So please don't use any of those tools. What we want is a 1-minute maximum video where you introduce yourself. Don't say your name, just say hi, because again, we have to maintain the confidentiality piece when we're sharing your profile. And then you answer this question. If your manager asks you to complete or do a task or project and you don't know how to do it, what are you going to do about that? So take a minute and respond to that, and we capture that and we display it as part of your profile to employers, to potential employers. So again, 3 things I need in your application. Please work on this in advance, not on the day of. Your very strong, polished resume, a pitch yourself, which is a 650 character count text, and a 1-minute video of you responding to this interview question. And the 4th item that we asked for you to upload when you apply to us is your unofficial transcript. And this, I'm going to say this a couple of times just so that everybody gets it. We do not share this with employers because this is confidential. This is only for us to verify your eligibility into our program. I'll say it again. We do not share your transcript or anything in that transcript with any employers. That's private and confidential. We shared those top 3 items that I shared, described to you with employers only. So we do ask you to, and we don't need an official one. We just need an unofficial one where you can go on the website and maybe download through your system, or have a copy of your diploma or degree, a PDF copy of it, or an image you can take of it and upload it so we can see proof that you've actually completed the education that you highlight in your resume. And that's the key way we ensure your eligibility. Okay, so this is really important. If you're looking to apply to us for January 8th, we need you to prepare these items and then show up to our application form to fill it out and hit submit. So that's kind of it. And we wanted to keep it very simple. So we've described to you what our program is. We provide you with training. We input your profile into a talent bank that we market to employers in the life sciences industry. And I've described to you how to apply to us. If you have any further questions, you can ask me right after this presentation. And if they come up after, or if you're listening to this live stream later, you can feel free to email us at lifesciences@talent-accelerator.com, and we can answer your questions there. And I encourage you to also follow our LinkedIn page, which is Life Sciences Talent Accelerator. You can see the link there. I do encourage you to follow it because all our activities that we do get posted there first. And then we post it anywhere else or send out emails about it. Okay. So with that, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for making the time to learn about our program and to learn about the Life Sciences Talent Accelerator. And I hope you'll consider applying to us.